good, y'all? We back on Planet Rell, and today we have episode 6 of Vanish. Let's get into the story. So a little recap from chapter 5 of Vanish. Oliver was dealing with his mental warfare. That's why I called it that for episode 5. And we also caught a glimpse of Vanish for a little bit, and he deleted Ileana. And then we saw Oliver's shadow, and he had Vanish's spider arms. And I'm constantly thinking Vanish is gonna possess Oliver, or Oliver is gonna get all of Vanish's power. So we pick up here with episode 6 with Halcyon talking about Vanish coming back. This man looks worried, stressed, and afraid. And every time one of the members of the Prestige, or formerly known as the Hollow, die, Vanish's presence gets stronger. And Halcyon asks one of his teammates, do they feel his presence also? But no, they don't. And he said it must have been from the oath that he took. And now we get a flashback of Halcyon's former self, Astrum Diabolus. And Vanish is holding his axe. And Vanish says that axe has caused death and trouble. But for what? And Astrum says that Vanish can't control the axe and he wants him to give it back. But Vanish nah bro, I've seen where this was made and I know what it can do. Vanish beat that man up and took his weapon.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
And I don't know what Diabolus was doing, but he caused a lot of damage. And Vanish even calls it a one-man war. And Diabolus fought Vanish even though they have the same enemy and the same cause for what they do. And Vanish tells Diabolus that everybody can't be leaders. And then he tells Diabolus to take the oath and join him. And Vanish wants Diabolus to join because he has great abilities and it will be of great value to the cause that they both have. And so Diabolus does take the oath, and Vanish says that he has made the wise choice. And I know y'all seen the 2 women that were with Diabolus. Vanish had somebody cut both of their heads off. Crazy. And the reason Vanish does that because he said it was insurrection from Diabolus. And Vanish couldn't let that slide because he's in charge. And it turns out that one of those women were brought back by Halcyon. And he delved into some evil things to do that. And now Halcyon is talking about how he never wanted her power to be unleashed. And he pulls a desperate move by saying she can use the full extent of her powers. And the reason for that is because Vanish has plans and they involve Oliver. And now we at Eleanor and Oliver's house. And Oliver is breaking in because the last time we saw Eleanor, Battle Rocket was outside. And we know that was trouble. And if you don't remember from episode 1 of Vanish, Battle Rocket is really a member of the Hollows named Balin. And Balin uses magic to change his form into Battle Rocket. And now Oliver thinks Eleanor is in danger because of the blood on the floor. But nah, she trapped Battle Rocket within his magic sphere. Then Oliver goes to check up on Eleanor, and she pushes him away nah bro, watch out. And she tells Oliver to look around at all the danger that he has caused. And Oliver is I'm here now, I'll protect you. Then Eleanor says that she never needed his protection. And man, when I read that, I was oh damn. And Eleanor continues by saying that she's been protecting him. And she won't do it anymore because she's told Oliver to stop and he won't. And Oliver doesn't want to stop because of what happened in the past. But that's exactly why Eleanor wants him to stop, because the war is over. And Battle Rocket, or aka Balin, says that they're the good guys now. And I'm thinking maybe the Hollows did have a turning point where they wanted to become good people and turn it to the Prestige. And since they started to sense Vanish coming back, they possibly wanted to put an end to him themselves. And now Eleanor peeps that Oliver got shot. And Oliver mentions the police and she cuts him off and screams at him. And she shot some magic at Battle Rocket because he was talking mess in the background. And she turned him into a frog. Then she asks Oliver, did he kill the police? And he lies about it. Bro, you just obliterated the police. And she knows that he's lying to her. Then she asks Oliver, does he even know what happened to Dustin, his best friend, who died? Then she tells Oliver that Halcyon was the one that did it. And that's the reason how Battle Rocket found her. Oliver led Halcyon to Dustin and led Battle Rocket to Eleanor. He put them both in danger. And now Oliver is saying that he can stop his rampage. Then Eleanor is give me your signet ring then. And Oliver is
whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
Then she gets inside the magic sphere. And she like, if you care about me, then you'll leave. Then Oliver is like, bro, be reasonable. And she says that is being reasonable. Then Oliver tells Eleanor that he needs her help to get through this. Then she cuts him off and says that he needs to stop playing the victim. Then he says that he's messed up for having to kill Vanish as a kid. Then Eleanor says it wasn't even about that. It was about the fact that he peaked at 13. And now that he's a normal guy and he can't handle not having the attention like he used to. Then Oliver gets even more pissed like, are you trying to hurt my feelings? Then Eleanor is like, the truth hurts. Then Oliver says that he was a child soldier and she cuts him off saying that she was too. And then he says he shot a man, but Eleanor says that he didn't.
What did he say?
Like, what you mean he didn't shoot nobody? Then Eleanor says that he missed the shot that he took at Vanish back during episode 1. And Oliver is like, what you mean? I shot him straight in the face. But it turns out she moved the bullet. And she did that because Oliver just so happened to need the glory for it. And now it's somebody outside of their house. And it looked like the person that was with Halcyon earlier. And Oliver asks Eleanor why did she do that. And she says she always felt the need to protect him. And now she's not anymore. And so she hands him the frog, which is Battle Rocket, and tells him to leave. And now Oliver wants to know what he can do to fix all of this. And she tells him to let the frog go and to check back into that mental health place that he was at. And I'm thinking like, there was really a time where Oliver was there. And it wasn't how it was during episode 5. Then Eleanor tells him that he should have stayed in there. And Oliver says that he wanted to. And she says that he couldn't. Then Oliver tells her that he loves her. And that she's all he got. And he just wants her to say it back. But Eleanor is not going for it, not one bit. Then she intensifies her magic and pushes Oliver out of the house. And now Oliver is salty that he outside. And now we have a major, crazy reveal. Eleanor is pregnant. And she couldn't tell Oliver because he's not in his right mind. And when the baby is older, she's going to tell them about the good things about their father and about why she loved him. And she won't tell their child about this version of their father, Oliver. Now Eleanor heads to this box and she talks about all the time that she's been keeping Oliver safe. She set up charms around the house to keep away the bad guys. But Eleanor always knew that the past will come back and torment them. And she's a survivor, so she isn't afraid. Then she opens a box with her Everkeep uniform and the axe. And I know she finna do damage with that axe. And then we see Oliver outside pissed off because he can't get in the house. And now Balin, who is Battle Rocket, who got turned into a frog, is on Oliver's shoulder. And Oliver flicks him off and steps on him, saying it's his fault. So yeah, that boy Balin, aka Battle Rocket from the Prestige, he gone. That boy Halcyon gonna feel Vanish presence get stronger because Battle Rocket died. He finna be like, no. And now Oliver is just out there out in the rain. And where Oliver is standing, we see a shadow of Vanish. And Oliver heard something behind him. And he's like, oh man. And it turns out to be the woman who Halcyon was talking to earlier. And she locked and loaded with the blicks out, ready to delete Oliver. Now that was episode 6 of Vanish. Stay tuned because it's 8 out currently. And that means we only got 2 more. So expect those soon. And I would greatly appreciate it if y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one. God bless. I'm out.